What is good, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only NIO stock, what you should be looking out for the future. I'm also going to break down why I believe there's going to be a big bounce in the markets very soon, either starting tomorrow or maybe by Friday, if not by Monday of next week. So within the next 1 to 3 trading days, I expect a big bounce to come. I also believe that NIO might come down one more time and start to maybe consolidate and trade sideways before getting one last push to the upside, and maybe getting another big rejection later on before coming down a little bit later after that. Now, I'm going to actually draw this out a little bit later and talk about some more details. But before I do that, before I talk about the big catalysts for this week, I do have to mention a couple of things before starting. Firstly, I'm not a financial planner. Take none of this as financial advice whatsoever. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire NIO community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, the link down below, and deposit $100 into the account, you're guaranteed up to 20 free stocks, each worth up to $2,000. And the best part is any could be a free NIO share. You'll also have the chance to win $60,000, so check it out before they run out. Offer ends in just 1 week. So with that out of the way, guys, let's get on with the video. NIO is down almost exactly like how I predicted yesterday. I warned everyone, look, we have this head and shoulders like formation right here. This is what the chart looked like yesterday. Right? I told everyone I expect NIO to come down because of it. Right? Because we had the left shoulder, the right shoulder, and the head right over here. Not to mention the fact that NIO was losing momentum using many indicators. I predicted that. And also I was looking at other trends. Now, because of that, the head and shoulders did play out. NIO came down. And the real question is, what is NIO going to do from here? Well, you could argue that NIO is starting to flag right here, and we might see NIO come right back down to retest support around this $12 range. And I believe that's very likely. I expect NIO to be a little bit boring maybe for tomorrow, but I do anticipate, and I don't know if it's going to start as early as tomorrow actually, but I do think over the next few trading days, it is still possible for NIO to, even if it comes down a bit, it should get a nice bounce and slowly come right back up to fill this gap. If NIO, if you're watching it and this thing breaks past 12.77, 12.78 and starts like showing lots of momentum, it's going to quickly fill this gap, in my opinion, within the next day. So it could happen within the next couple of trading days. NIO could go up to fill this gap. Now, overall, this setup does look a little bearish, though, the way it's flagging right here. So I do believe NIO is going to come down first, back down to the $12 range or so, before trading maybe sideways and slowly pushing up to fill this gap. It could happen as soon as tomorrow, but I do believe it may take a little bit longer because of how the market may perform. It may actually dictate NIO a little bit more. And I want to talk about the market now and how this could affect NIO. There's not much going on for like Thursday, but for Friday, we have PPI coming out. I want to note something very important. Looking at SPY, excuse me, sorry guys. Looking at SPY, I believe a big bounce is coming. Why do I say this? Because I was looking at order flow data in real time and I saw that the majority of institutions are just buying right now. They're actually buying and holding into the markets. They're not necessarily capitulating, and they seem more bullish for the short term. And I believe we're going to get a bounce. And I have some proof of this potentially happening because look at every time we got rejected off the descending broadening wedge resistance. So these 3 rejections right here, just watch the trend. What do you notice? We come down, we have a long wick here, then we slowly start pushing up. One push up, it could last a couple of days before the next big drop. Okay? What happened the second time we touched the upper trend line? We push up all the way up here, get rejected, slowly come down. So SPY went from like 460 all the way down to about this 430 range. Then we got a big bounce and we hit about 445. That's a $15 move to the upside before the big drop, right? So once again, push up, rejection off the trend line, drop, bounce, push up, bigger drop. Right here, push up, drop, bounce, bigger drop. What happened right here? Back in August, huge push up to this 430 level, big drop. People probably started panicking right here when SPY hit 408. Then we get a huge bounce to almost 420. Then we come tumbling down. right? So it really just goes to show how this thing moves. What I'm looking at now is, all right, we have this almost resembles a doji. It looks very indecisive, excuse me, right over here. And I believe what's said to happen is either tomorrow or maybe going as soon as like Friday or even as soon as like Monday. I don't know if it's going to be Thursday or by Monday, probably between that time frame. I anticipate we're going to get a small push up. PPI data, which is one of the indications of inflation, is going to be coming out on Friday. It's going to come out before the market opens. Not to mention for next week, we also have CPI in the FOMC meeting. Maybe, just maybe, things are better than expected and the market actually pumps up. Because imagine, even if the market is looking this way, people are saying it doesn't look good, this and that. Well, what if CPI and PPI come out and they're actually a little bit better than expected, just like last time, right? The market could have a big move to the upside. The market could start pumping like this, bit by bit by bit. We could even end up retesting the ascending wedge one last time before a huge rejection and we start, coming down to fill the gaps down here, 380 or even lower. So I'm anticipating a move like this. I think we're gonna get a nice bounce very soon. I don't know if it's gonna start tomorrow. It could happen maybe by Friday or maybe by Monday, like I said, or maybe even tomorrow. I just don't know about tomorrow. It still is very possible. I mean, it actually looks like it could happen tomorrow. Looking at this doji candle right here. So, anyways, I don't truly know exactly when it's going to happen, but I believe it's going to happen soon. And by next week, we might see a mini rally again, pushing back to 400 or so. And if we break it, maybe we push up to retest resistance at like 405 or so. Who knows? I don't really know how high we're going to go, but I do believe it's possible for us to break past 400 again, as crazy as I sound for saying that. And I believe it's going to happen over the next couple of days. And who knows, this may even help NIO push up over the next few days again. So if NIO does, trade kind of sideways from this point on, I wouldn't be surprised if NIO, it comes down tomorrow, retests 12, gets a nice bounce and slowly starts pushing up and up and up. And maybe by Friday, after the data comes out, if the market pushes up, NIO could go for the gap fill, hitting $13. And where we go next week will depend on how we close on Friday and also the data that comes out. So I'd still be very cautious with NIO, but I just want to put it out there. Things are still looking all right for the stock. It's still showing some decent strength. It's not extremely strong or looking as strong as before, but it still looks pretty decent. So for tomorrow, I'm anticipating a bit of a drop again, a nice bounce off 12, and hopefully this thing holds its levels and trades a little bit sideways, getting ready for another push up, hopefully by Friday to fill this gap. That's essentially what I'm seeing. We could even go for the gap fill as soon as tomorrow if we do break these resistance levels, but like I said, I just wanted to make this as clear as possible and also make this video a little bit shorter, maybe less in detail, because I am not feeling the best today. Anyways, thank you all so much for listening. Please have an absolutely incredible rest of the day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. NIO to the moon, because the long-term future is still incredibly bright, and peace out.